mist is working pretty good. I'm going to try the coarser mist. Yeah, it's working good right here. I can see the bees are accepting the water. And there may be a little up over here too. Oh, that's working well too. I can see the bees are responding to the water mist. It'll calm them down too. It'll kind of maybe give them the effect of maybe the rain coming, the clouds are out, it's a little dark over here, the rain's coming, they'll want to cluster in and protect the queen and settle down. Now, if this swarm had been out for days, they would have consumed much of their honey that they ate before they swarmed and arrived here, and it would be what you would call a dry swarm. It would be very hungry, and so we talk to homeowners that call us that they've got a swarm on their property. How long has it been on your property? And that gives us an indication of how hungry they might be. And if they were hungry, then I'd pull out another bottle with some sugar water and spray on the cluster, and that would feed them and give them some energy and strength. This is looking really good. I think this box will be ready to take back down off the ladder in an hour or so. There's still a fair amount of bees on the front over here. The top cover is overhanging on this side about 2 inches, and it's open about 2 inches over here. Front entrance over here. Still a lot of bees in here fanning. Now I'm trying to encourage this gathering of bees alongside the top cover in the front of this bee box. I'm trying to encourage them to go through the crack that's about a good ½ inch underneath, that's exposed underneath the top cover, and crawl down into the interior of the box. That's about all I want to do with the water. A little goes a long way. Now you might be asking, why didn't I use smoke? Well, we don't use smoke for capturing swarms. Smoke is used to calm the colony prior to an inspection of an existing hive that you might have. The effect of the swarm is that the colony, they open honey cells inside their hive space, the honeycomb. They'll open those cells, and they'll start they'll begin to engorge themselves upon their honey stores, believing that their home is on fire, like their tree's on fire. So they'll engorge themselves with honey. And what that does is have this effect like, Thanksgiving turkey, that calms you down and makes them fat and happy. And that's how the smoke calms the colony. That's the effect. It's the the cause of the smoke causes the effect of the smoke causes the bees to eat the honey. So it's not that the smoke chemically puts the bees in some sort of daze. It's the effect of the smoke causes them to eat this honey, and then they become docile and easier to handle. That's why a swarm like this is not aggressive. That's why they're docile, because they're all filled up with honey prior to them swarming away from their parent colony. They'll take this resource of honey as much as they can possibly carry, because they don't know how long they're going to be without a home. So essentially, bees in a swarm are as if they had already been smoked. They have that same demeanor as if they've been smoked. So smoke really is not a useful tool in collecting swarms. Oh my goodness, I just realized the video has been off. I'm not sure where I last left you, but what I've just done is square up the top cover, the inner cover, on the top of the hive, and on the hole that's on top of the inner cover, it's about the size of a playing card. So I've covered it with some pine bough so that it provides some darkness for the colony. And I've relocated the strap, which was going under the inner cover, so I can have done the swarm operation. It's now on top of the inner cover, and it's holding the whole box together. But it's still not strapped to the ladder. I'm feeling pretty good about it remaining precariously perched on the ladder. Now what I'm going to do now is go and get an entrance reducer and reduce the front entrance down some. Oh, and again, I'm wearing my bee suit because now the bees, they're not in swarm mode anymore. They have a home to protect, and they could get aggressive. So now I've got my bee suit on. These blocks, these entrance reducers, will reduce the entrance by at least half. I can also tell you that the guard bees are out. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Let me take you over so you can see the front side. There's the entrance reducers. And what we have here are, I believe, are the scout bees returning. And they're collecting information from the colony as to what is going on. And they do all that chemically with pheromones. Eventually, all those bees will go inside. Let's get a close-up of the top cover. Let's see what that looks like. climbing step 1, step 2, step 3. There's what's on top. All this looks great. Here, we've got bees coming and going through this hole. These are foragers that have already set up foraging. They know that's an entrance to their hive and they're using it. Here's a close-up of these bees. Here's bees here on the front cover. Almost looks like orientation flights. This colony, this box needs to be located to the apiary soon. Some of this definitely looks like orientation flights. Alright, let me go put you back on the tripod. So I'm going to take my bee suit off for another few minutes, at least my veil. Let's try a little more rain. See if we can encourage these bees to go in. Yeah, they're responding to the water. They're starting to tighten up around that last opening going into the hive.